Okay. Yes, we are, Cindy.
Sorry.
So who was this your very first conference experience? And okay, Amber Hansel, can you unmute and just share like what you felt, like what you kind of expected going in and what it was like as a first time conference goer?
Hi. So I had no expectations because I don't like to put expectations on these things because I don't know what's going to happen. And I always kind of think low expectations. So what's like, there is nothing. But it was really like almost overwhelming with all the information, with all the people, and just the wisdom and the words behind every single speaker that went up there was absolutely incredible. And I'm still trying to like process it all and trying to like recap.
Totally. Totally. And it's so much information. How did it make you feel, Amber? Like, how do you feel about your business right now compared to when you went in?
I feel a little bit more determined. Actually, determined was my word for this year, and I was kind of losing it, and now I feel way more determined and empowered to do this and make an impact.
Oh, awesome. I love it. Okay.
Let's get one more it was the first time at a conference.
And not just regional, like first time at a leadership conference. So
yeah, like a big, huge conference.
Amber?
Okay.
Go ahead, Amber. Unmute and share your experience with us.
I was worried, like I've heard about everybody goes to the States for conference and how amazing it is. And I don't know, I was like, how can they live up to that? Because you see the pictures and you hear the hype, and I was blown away. And before the focus groups, I was like ready to quit the business. Didn't really know where to go. I'm going to get emotional. And I'm on fire now. Like I just feel so, empowered, I guess, to keep going.
Oh my goodness, you made me feel emotional. I love it. And like, this is the power that conference has always had. And unfortunately, it's always been so difficult for people to get to conference because it's expensive to go to the US. It's complicated for us to go to the US. And I just feel like this was such a gift because everybody got to have that magical, extremely inspirational and motivational experience just by driving to Calgary, which was just like an absolute gift. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. We wanted also to call on someone that's been to a lot of conferences. I'm going to call on you, Lisa. Like you've been to US conferences, you've been to UK conference, now you've been to a Canadian conference. Like how was it different?
Oh my God. I kind of wanted to say something about that because Michelle and Sandy, you would know as well, but you really get a feel for the culture when you go to the different countries. The UK is very like flashy and showy, and like they had a laser show they started it out with. We had fiddlers. So like you really, really get the feel of the country. And like we lived up to, I feel like we really brought it. Like we showed them what we're about, and we kept true with our culture. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Lisa. That's so true. And we had a big yeehaw. So funny. Okay, who else? One more person who's been to a conference, one or more, in the US and would like to share what they felt about the Canadian conference.
Come on.
Sarah.
Oh, where is she? Okay, there.
She's on here.
Me?
You.
For me, it was totally like, I just loved it so much. Like just knowing almost all the faces and like everyone's the familiarity and just like being able to share all those big moments with like everyone that's familiar around you. That was really cool. And that was probably like my favorite, like just looking around and seeing like the joy and the aha moments on people that you actually know. It's really cool. And I know that we go in groups to conference and we see it with our team, but it was just neat to see it so widespread and like, every 2 seconds if you're walking, you're seeing someone and getting hugs, and it just lifted me up so much. So yeah, that was mine.
So true. It's like you
Mhm.
floated around in just like this sea of love. And it sounds so easy, but it's like a sea of love.
It was, and I feel like I'm biased, so maybe I'm going a little bit exaggerative here, but I honestly feel like it was the best conference I've ever been to. And I've been to Barcelona, Spain, and I've been to all of the US conferences since I started, which would be, I guess, 13 conferences. And I've never felt more, like you said, love, connection, hope, possibility, opportunity, gratitude, totally, than I felt at this one. It was just overwhelming emotion. I just felt like I was on the edge of tears all the time in a really good way, if that makes sense. So yeah, that would be my feedback on it.
It felt like it's going to be a benchmark. It's going to be, this is how we're going to, gauge the era of the business. Like, oh, did you join before Canadian conference or after? Or, I had my huge burst of momentum after Canadian conference. It's going to be like this pillar that we're going to refer to in history forevermore, is that first Canadian conference. And so it's so great for all of you that were a part of it, and all of you that weren't able to make it, we held you. You were there with us in spirit.
Yeah, and the inspiration that we all got from conference is really going to spill out into you guys in terms of our own activity in the business and the currency and frequency of events that are going on around you, and just kind of everyone's heart has opened up to be like, now's the time. It's time to rise up. It's time to start again. It's time to just go out and make an impact. I feel like everybody's kind of on that vibration, which is of course going to impact all of Team Synergy. So we'll end it with some more kind of inspiration maybe at the end, and maybe share a few more stories. But right now, we're going to share with you some of the updates that came in at conference. So this is black and white. I don't know why Sean decided to put it up in black and white, but they have updated our virtual office, basically, you guys. So this is the mobile version where you can track your customers and their shipments and that kind of thing. And then they're also updating the desktop version now. We just found out that the virtual office has been updated as of tonight. So if you log in, it's really glitchy because I think everybody's trying to check it out right now. But the brand new desktop version, let me see if, let me just see here. Yeah, so here's a look at what the desktop version would be. You have 3 new team members, you have 9 new, can't really read this very well. Hang on, we've got some chat going on too. But this is supposedly up right now. I haven't had a chance to check it out. Probably people in the chat are saying, yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It's really cool. It's purple and it's just really visual. And some of the updates that they're having on the virtual office is showing you, okay, this is what, let's see if this is, no, see, some of these are still mixed up. So here's one. Okay, so this is see, if you see on the left right here, here's your estimated earnings this month. So it tells you approximately what your paycheck is going to be that month. Here's your purchase volume credit. So this would be your total PVC as of this point in the month. Here they show you how close you are to being qualified. So you need this much left to get qualified, and here's where you are in POB. And then they'll even tell you, based on last month's customers, as long as people's credit cards don't decline, that this is where you're at, hypothetically speaking, for being qualified, for being in POB. Whenever in the month you want to check that. So you don't need to be sitting there adding things up and calculating out and trying to figure out where you're at, which is amazing. So go check out your virtual office tonight after this call.
Something that's really cool too is we got that normally, if you've been around a while, you know that when something happens in the States, it takes a while for us to get it in Canada. And we got all this information first. And this virtual office test run right now is only in Canada and Australia. We're the ones that are piloting it and seeing how it works and working out the kinks, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, purple is a really spiritual color too. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's kind of meaningful that it's, that connection kind of color right there. I feel like that's going to be a big thing in our forward momentum and abundance too.
Oh man, and today, just a little aside, today we came up with some really good stuff.
Yeah, we did. Okay, and then the other update we wanted to share with you was in regards to the Juice Plus website and some of the really cool look that they're going to bring out with our new website. So we know that our website that we have right now has a lot of really it's clunky, right? There's a lot of information on it. There's a lot of stuff people don't use. It's not very visually appealing. It's not really on brand with what people are enjoying looking at these days. And they knew that they could do a lot better. So I wish we could just keep this open. Where does it keep going? Oh, we'll just move it to the side maybe. Okay, so here is a real sneak peek. So this is the mobile version, making healthy living easier. And this is going to be kind of like a customer platform where they can go in and really easily take a look at the products and that kind of thing. There's going to be an app. This is the desktop view of what the new website's going to look like. Isn't that so nice, you guys? Like, it's totally on brand with what we've decided to do as Team Synergy. It's white and clean, really highlighting that whole food kind of look.
They want it to be like a hub. It's like they want, from the minute they click on the website, for it to be a customer experience that is positive, that we're not embarrassed to share our website, where we want to actually send people to their website, because it's going to be really like commandeered. Is that like a fancy word for what their experience is? Like,
it's really fancy. I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Someone look it up. But like a mom will go on it and it'll say like healthy pregnancies, and then, or, you know, like someone that's a runner will go, okay, I'm a runner. And then they have a roadmap that will serve them and their needs and bring them to the products and the things that will be of benefit to them. So it'll be like a real streamlined process for the people that are going, for our customers that are going on it.
Yeah, you're probably talking about this, right? Like sports nutrition, looking your best. So if you're looking for hair, skin, nails, or healthy family, or just plain old healthy lifestyle, there's going to be like portals for that. One thing I really loved is they're going to have a quiz, you guys. Like, quizzes are so trendy. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but something you could send to your customers is like, start from where you are and take this one simple change quiz. And my vision of this, and hopefully this is how it turns out, is going to be that, you know, it's going to give us a suggestion, or give them a suggestion of what kind of products are going to be speaking to their requirements or their expectations, so that you can guide them that way. And it's just, what a cool way to get people off the fence, right? Like, I'm going to just send you a quiz and you let me know what it spits out for you, so I can kind of tailor some information for you. I mean, you're always going to take them back to the quad order, but, you know, at least then you can tailor, well, the quiz said that they're looking for XYZ, and you can kind of tailor a little bit like that. Lisa said it means taking possession of something. Is that what you meant? Commandeering?
I guess. Sounds a little sci-fi, but
shoot. And look at even our products. Like, this is cool. And what their vision is for people that, say, for example, the quad order is not in their price range at that time. They're just going to really like be looking at different methods and modes of bundling. So, you know, for example, they might do the quiz and figure out that their hair and skin is really important to them. So it might be Vineyard with Omega that you lead them into. They don't have kids and have no interest in the child health study, and that's where you'll start with them, kind of thing. So I think that there's a lot of potential in different bundlings of our products in terms of getting customers that wouldn't maybe normally have said no. So that's pretty cool too. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, just it's going to be nice to be able to share out our websites, because who does?
No, I honestly barely use it. Okay, so I think that's all of that.
And now, there's going to be more. You're going to get more resources and ways to really, like, more things in your hands and more trainings around all of the stuff that are coming out. So don't feel overwhelmed by any of this. Is just kind of like a really quick overview of what's coming, and don't worry, you're gonna get educated around all the ways to use them. So don't stress about that. Any of the blues out there, you'll get a system in place, and you'll know exactly what you need to do with this information.
Yeah, for sure. So here's another update that they brought to us, and you guys have probably started seeing the emails coming out about price changes happening in January, but just to reiterate, what they wanted to do is get our bottles of Juice Plus to be all more similar in pricing. So what was happening is our reds and greens were about $30 a bottle per month, but then our Omega was $45 per month, and then our Vineyard was $41 per month. And they were just like, it doesn't really make sense. So they really did kind of balance that out. I don't even know if I took a picture of that exact slide. But what you'll see is some prices went up, some prices came down, and it just gave a more kind of inclusive one price model. So this price that you'll see now, the only thing it doesn't include is GST. The only reason they can't do that is because some provinces have PST and I think even HST, right? So we definitely wanted to have the shipping baked in, and that is all into the product now. They also took away where they used to charge more for monthly installment orders and less for pay in full. They evened that out. So you pay the same price, whether you're dividing it up by 4 months or whether you're paying in full, which I think is really cool, because ultimately we actually do want people to pay on a monthly installment price, because that makes our paychecks more level and our business more stable. And we really don't want people to be enticed into a full price pay at all. So they really took that away, and now installment price is the same exact. So see how it used to be this, and they would add all this. Now, inclusive pricing is $400 for the trio order, for example, for a 4-month supply.
When we were in Dallas, it was really funny because Sean Myers and Sean Hopkins were going back and forth because Sean Hopkins, you know, that quote at the bottom, the price people pay is the base upon which we pay. And then Sean would go, people pay on price. We pay on price. And they're back and forth like it's not complicated, pay on price.
Okay, so what it is now, you guys, remember with a trio order, you get 58 PVC per month. Why? It costs $97. So where did they get 58 from? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's completely difficult to teach. And now what they're going to say is what you get paid, like what you pay is the amount of PVC you get. So say, for example, it's 100 PVC per month. So for the trio, it's going to be 100 PVC per month. So you get 100, like it's $100 a month and it's 100 PVC per month. Does that make sense? So you get a percentage on the actual dollar amount rather than having dollar amount and PVC. The other thing that's going to be different is we're going to take away this $37 retail profit for this, and then it was 20 for this and 21 for this, and it was all made up numbers. None of it was like calculatable. Now they're going to just give you a percentage of the payout. So for example, and that hasn't been announced yet, all of the details of these changes are going to be announced by Austin Conference. So end of October, we'll have all the specifics of what this is going to look like. But basically retail sales profit, now you'll be able to be like, oh, it's 5% of 400 or something like that. And that's how you'll know the amount that you get paid out at that beginning with that retail profit. Wholesale completely disappears. There's no wholesale anymore. It's not available anymore. Gone. And then again, $400 means that you're going to be getting 400 PVC. If they're paying $100 in the month, then you'll get 100 PVC, and you'll get paid a commission percentage on that. Okay. So hopefully that is.
And again, this is just painting the picture. We will give you lots of opportunity to learn it. Like we'll do Zooms around it. We'll sit in homes. We'll do whatever we can to make sure that everyone understands it as we're learning to understand it as well.
Yeah. And it's actually way more simple. Like I know there's a lot of changes, so it might seem like, but it actually is going to be way more simplistic than it's ever been and way easier to train team members. We're going to have a really cool video that's going to be released right away with Canadian content done by Julie Herbst. So she's just really professional at speaking. She was already making the US one. Canada just said, hey, to keep it cohesive, please just have her do the Canadian one as well on the marketing plan. So we're going to have that like right away within the next few weeks. And we'll be able to send that out to team members that are like, how do I get paid? And it's just like, boom, here's a very professionally produced video that explains how you get paid. Okay, so some of you may or may not have heard that there's some new titles that they've announced. Those of you who were at conference definitely know there was. Those of you who weren't might have heard through the grapevine. So we are now going to show you the brand new titles that they announced at conference. So on the left here, we have the old title that it was, and in the middle is the new one. So instead of dealer, fruit and veggie dealer, we're now going to be calling people who join us a partner, which makes a lot of sense. Like, you know, would you partner with me? When they get to direct distributor, they're going to be a partner plus. So that means they're now earning some sort of commission. So they start as a partner, earning retail sales profit. They move up to partner plus, now earning commission as well. And then we go up to a qualifying sales coordinator. Now, the reason they took out VF, it's the same similar requirements. So there's nothing new here, but they wanted to have some sort of a theme. Like qualifying sales coordinator means you're just about there. You've qualified, you're just about there, if that makes sense. So it's the level before sales coordinator. And then we go into sales coordinator. Now a brand new position. And again, we're going to see the requirements of all of these at the end of October. So we're going to see how much pay line and what the structure looks like for all of these positions. But what I will say about it from what I've seen on the sneak peeks from behind the scenes is they've made it a lot easier to go from one to the next. So it's kind of like, you know, right down here, this is a community member. Do you see how these ones are like not team members at all? Getting up into here, you're going to be starting to team build. So it's like, it's almost like this from what I remember. Here's one leg, and then you get up to here with another leg. So now you've got 2 legs, 3 legs, 4 legs, 5 legs. So they really wanted to make these levels. So like each time you go build a new leg, you move up a position. like a new solid leg. That's their vision of keeping it really simple and no big, huge jumps. So they did announce our brand new position, which is qualifying senior sales coordinator, because what they saw is a lot of people got stuck at SC and were unable to get to SSC because it's such a huge jump. So they moved it up a little bit and made qualifying senior sales coordinator happen. And then senior sales coordinator, and they've spread them out a little bit. Some of them got a little bit harder, some of them got a little bit easier, so that it's really easy to jump between them, if that makes sense. Like somebody said to me, oh, but they still didn't put a level in between senior sales coordinator and QNMD. And the reason is because this one, it's like this one became a little bit harder, but this one's easier. Does that make sense? So like you go from sales coordinator, qualifying senior sales coordinators is easy to get to. And then from there, senior sales coordinator is easy to get to, but it's a little harder than it was before. So what you'll see is the intervals in between these positions are all very even. So when you get to senior sales coordinator, it will be an easy jump up to QNMD, easier. And then like it will be an easier jump up to national marketing director. Okay.
And for anyone that is like just catching on at WordTech conference, none of these changes get into effect until January 1st, 2020. So
That's
there's
why,
still a few months to go, but now you just get an idea and you can start to wrap your mind around what's going to be shifting and changing, but just know it's not like changing as of this month, that you still have a few more months to kind of get used to the idea of the shift.
Very true. And that's why we don't know the specifics of all of the titles. So Trisha's asking if we know the requirements. I mean, I could try to look at my old notes, but they've changed things so much since we saw what it was looking like in May. And we don't know what the changes have been. So I just want to wait. But again, it's like 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs. That I know they're going to keep because they really want to have it be easy to build from one to the next. I don't know the PVC, and the PVC, remember, is going to be different because now a trio order gets you 100 PVC per month. So it's not going to look like, remember, senior sales coordinator used to be 8,000 PVC. It won't look the same anymore because you get way more for a trio.
But they're like, we'll show you in some slides later. Steven's doing some calls. Like you want to make sure that you get on these calls and just we'll do all we can to educate each other on the changes.
Okay, and then Shara's asking, what did they mean by double dipping? So what they mean is that you can get the bonus from what we have now and then what they announced for the 2020 bonus.
Yeah, that's what he meant. He meant that because we still have, so we call this what's coming, the new world, but we're still running by the old world.
So here's the old world on the left.
Yeah, that's
and the middle is the new world.
And then but the new world has bigger bonuses. So we're going to do old world requirements with
right.
new world bonuses for this period up until January.
So say, for example, if you're going for SSC, it's still 8,000 PVC, 1 sales coordinator, 2 VFs, one of them has to be fast track with a 3 club. And if you get that, they will pay you the new world senior sales coordinator bonus, which is 2,500. So those bonuses are continuing all the way until 2020 with old world requirements. Mm-hmm. Yeah, double dipping was kind of complicated.
Yeah, double dipping isn't
the right term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think of it like, and maybe for clarity, we'll refer to this as all new world stuff. And when we're talking about the old marketing plan and all that's there, we'll talk about it as old world.
Yeah, and we're staying in the old world until January. Mm-hmm. So we don't need to worry too much about these. Just know that they're coming. They did put some levels above national marketing director, which is really cool. So just encouraging people, these are all structurally based.
Rianne had a great question. What about pushing for SSC but not wanting to promote it yet because of the QSSC bonus that will be on the table in January?
I didn't even see a QSSC bonus. I'm not even sure what it was.
Like,
we'll see it on a slide in a minute, I guess.
Well, I mean, your leap's gonna get. It just depends on your leap. What I would do for anyone that's going for a leadership position, or anyone, like, book some coaching calls with your leaders so that you can brainstorm out what's the best thing. My intuition says go for it now, get the title and get that bonus. And then, I mean, look at there's so many bonuses yet to be had on your Journey app that I wouldn't even worry about this Don't hold yourself back with this QSSC bonus.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be peanuts for where you're going for the
And the new SSC will be a little bit harder too. So just get the SSC title now in the old world requirements while you can. Okay. Dipping was also the club bonuses. Yeah. So I think double dipping, they were talking like you could get a club bonus, but you could also get, the new QNMD bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the new NMD bonus is $10,000. So you can get that while also getting the 24 club bonus or the 12 club bonus.
Right.
So that is some of the double dipping on the bonuses that you can get.
Which I was sitting next to Kevin when we were having the NMD meeting, and he heard Steven saying that. He's like, I really wish he wouldn't say that.
He's the one that writes the paychecks.
He's the one that writes the paycheck. Why does he keep saying this double dipping thing?
Right. Okay. And a Partner Plus Old World DD would get $100 from now to January. Yep. That's a new bonus that they're unveiling, and that's going to be from now to January.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So starting now, if someone goes dealer to direct distributor, they get $100 bonus. Yes, that's my understanding. That's exactly how I understood it, that was all starting October, as well as the 5-in-1.
5-in-1 and 5-in-1 stays. We'll go through this like when we kind of wrap up what's coming out in the new world, but there's going to be lots of things that are staying until January.
Yeah. Okay. Jessica said it was pretty clear to her, like double dipping was clubs and positional bonuses. Clubs are going away. We are really focusing on structural requirements moving forward in 2020 because we want to reward distributors that are 8 PB legs wide and 6 POB legs wide, more than just somebody who's got 100 club coming out of one leg mostly. So we really want to encourage people to have strong businesses so that they support their families better. And
the clubs will still matter. They'll still be a point of recognition, but they won't have the cash attached to them.
Okay, so Kareen says QSSC bonus, so this is the qualifying SSC, is $1,000. So it's still going to be better for you to do the SSC the old way with a $2,500 bonus. You'll get more money that way. So push it and get as much done as you can by the end of the year is how you're going to make the most money.
Yeah.
So do people get paid in the old year for the new year bonuses? Is that how it works? Yeah, you'll get the bonus right now. You don't have to wait till 2020. Okay?
Whatever the requirements are right now in the old world stays. Like whatever holding periods and everything we have is the same. So say you get it in January and you have to hold it for those 2 months, you'll still get the bonus. If January is your second month to hold it. They'll honor. There's going to be also, they've said, like, they're not, they're very aware that there's going to be a transition and a shift, right? So they're going to play in some gray for a while.
Yeah.
And it'll be case by case.
Okay. So let's move on. So here's what our new staircase kind of looks like. So we've got our Partner Plus, qualifying sales coordinator. Now you're going to see, oh, wait, they're only paying 3% performance bonus now. Isn't it 5%? The reason it's less percentage is because we're getting way more PVC. So it ends up actually that we're all going to be making more money in the new marketing plan. Even though it's 3%, it's slightly higher than what we were making as 5% on the old PVC, if that makes sense. Is everybody clear on that? So it looks smaller, but it's bigger in dollars on your paycheck. So that's kind of cool.
So it's going to be really great because all the in-depth details of all the numbers are going to be awesome. And I'm going to get the concept in my way that I'm not really, and I'll be able to transfer that to anyone that gets overwhelmed with the numbers in the simpler version of understanding that.
Yeah. So like, for example, you're earning 5% commission at Partner Plus. Okay. And then 10% commission at qualifying sales coordinator. And then 15% commission at sales coordinator. Again, that looks lower, right? A sales coordinator right now earns 22%. But because it's more PVC, 15% is still the same as what you would earn before and a little bit more. Does everybody get that? Yeah, a smaller piece of a bigger pie, as Mark would say.
Yeah,
very true.
That's perfect.
Yep. So all the same. Senior sales coordinator, like holiday bonus, boot camp voucher, like all these things. And then I think they even had, did they put the bonuses? Oh, they do, but you can hardly see them. So here's $1,000 for senior sales coordinator.
That's
QSSC. I'm just going to go to the next slide because it shows the bonuses a lot better. Is everybody good with the staircase? Jennifer Sloan-Child says, double dipping include getting paid both bonuses for same title. Okay, that's a good question. I don't believe you're going to get paid both bonuses for the same title. You'll get old world requirements for that position for new world bonuses until the end of the year. And then if you get a club level in there, like say, for example, 3 club bonus, that's going to be gone soon. But right now, if you get SSC and 3 Club, you'll get the $500 bonus plus SSC. So 2,500 plus 500. And that's going to go away in 2020.
Okay, this is a good question. If I'm a VF going into January, will I become a QSC, then go to 10%?
That is
Yeah.
all stuff will be answered. I would wait for Steven for that one when he has the actual, like, okay, guys, here's what you have to do for Partner Plus. Here's what you have to do for, like, once that's all announced, then the question will be asked, well, how do I know where I'm at? And he'll define that one. I'm not going to touch that one because I don't even know what the requirements are yet, if they're the same or different.
Intuitively, it feels like a yes, but we won't commit to saying that until we know.
Okay, so in the presentation, the next slide that I'm going to go to shows the new bonuses. Now, keep in mind in the presentation, they showed us all of the old world. If you went from a DD all the way up to 100 Club, how many dollars in bonuses you would make. And then they unveiled the other side, which is in the new world. If you go from a brand new partner all the way down to PMD 1-star, PMD Plus, I think they're calling it now, what bonuses you would make. And they did it in a slow process, but I'm going to just have to show you the whole slide because I took it as one picture.
What I think they're going to do too, like where you're going to land in January, is also you'll log into your virtual office and it's going to tell you too.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's true.
welcome
The new virtual office. It will say, you know, what title you are in there. Okay, so here it is.
I'm putting it on screen. No, I can't see all of you.
Okay. Old world, a total of $41,000 in bonuses. New world, a total of almost $110,000 in bonus money alone. Like, it's just crazy.
That's a little house. That's a house in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's lots of small town Alberta too. Or a big down payment, or credit cards and debt gone, like outside of the mortgage. Like, it's really, really, really life-changing money. And the way that they've restructured the marketing plan, it's like step by step now. So there's no big ninja leaps, as they said in the conference. You know, it's just like, okay, what's the next right move? What's the next right move? What's the next right move? And just taking one step at a time to move through this marketing plan.
This is the slide you show spouses.
Yeah. Like, hey, our company just announced that they're taking our $41,000 bonus money, which was already high because they never used to have some of these bonuses. And then they're putting it to this, $110,000 cash outside of the paycheck that you'll be growing while you're doing this.
You young ones in the business, you get
You don't even know.
You don't even know in the old days we didn't have any of that. Seriously, it's amazing.
Okay, so write this down, you guys. This is going to be the Zoom call where you get all of your really specific questions that we're too scared to answer, just in case we do it wrong. So definitely get on that Zoom. 9:00 Eastern time, so that'd be 7:00 in Alberta. October 22nd. Take a picture of this if you need to. Set a reminder in your phone. I'm going to give you a minute to actually do that. Let's everybody take out their phone. I'm going to do it right now myself.
Me too.
So 2020 update, Juice Plus call. 7 p.m. And even in the location, I like to just add the Zoom ID. 829 838 129. All right.
Okay.
And then put a reminder on it. Alert 30 minutes before the event.
Oh, I never do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, do it right in there. You can do it right here. See?
Oh.
You don't even have to go into the edit. You just go, yeah.
Oh, genius.
Oh.
What we wanted to say, we found out from Steven that they are extending Super Builder until January 31st.
So if you've already got some VFs and you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I can get a couple more, maybe I can do a couple wellness parties, they are extending the Super Builder bonus and future recognition at the next conference for Canadians. So you would get recognized at the Phoenix Canadian reception. I'm almost positive. There's no confirmation on that, but for sure I can get Steven to do that. And then at our Canadian conference as well. They're going to extend the bonus, the $1,500 for Super Builders.
And
Is
even
today-
even if you don't have any EDFs right now, I mean, take a example from Miss Chelsea, who just like zoomed there. So you could still do it.
Yeah. Even I can't remember her name, but she's under Alona on under Maria,
Right,
under
she did it
Sarah
in 2
Klesko.
months.
Yeah, she just joined in July and she got super builder by the end of September. So it's like whatever, I always say the 4-minute mile, but I don't know what the actual,
I don't even know.
someone did it and then everybody realized it was possible and more people did it.
It's like
that's the ultimate point of it.
we had the like, because everything relates to everything. So we were in the cold. So in the spa, it's hot, cold, warm, rest. There's an order, and we went in we couldn't get into the cold one after we did the warm. Then we went in the hot one, and we were like dripping with sweat. Okay, we'll do the cold, and then we got in there and we're like, oh, it's not that bad. And we were in the buddy system, and then we were telling each other it was not that bad, and we were in there for so long, and it was like.
But another buddy, like another partner came in, and the one partner was saying, oh my God, it's so cold, let's get out. And they got out so quick because of how they weren't supporting each other. How they were supporting each other through that was to get out. Whereas we were like, oh, it's not that bad. And the lady said to us, stay in the cold as long as you can. And it was just like a mental fitness thing where it's like, wow, like it's all mindset. And it's all how you support each other through it, and just having a buddy, even if it's not in your business, if it's a sideline that you had in a focus group or somebody you met at conference that you really bonded with, like finding that person who can keep you in the cold pool. Because remember, guys, like being uncomfortable is now what we have to look at as opportunity, right? Like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Must mean there's an opportunity. Must mean there's going to be something cool for my business. Like really kind of keeping that mental fitness.
And oh my God, we didn't die. And we opened up and let our armpits get cold. And it was totally fine. I stayed in there a long time.
So Natalie's saying, do you get to go to the Eltons? Do you mean the Legacy Awards, like the Canadian Legacy Awards for the next conference? So Canadian conferences are going to be once per year, always in the fall. If you get Super Builder, you will get invited to the Legacy Awards. Absolutely. For the Canadian conference, wherever they decide to announce the next one. And then the other question we've been getting inundated with since conference is, what will happen to the Express Track SC? Do we still get Express Track SC, meaning we just have one fast track VF and 2 DDs? Can we still do SC that way? The answer is yes. So they're keeping that till 2020 as well, you guys, which is going to make it a lot easier for all of us to build our business and get those legs that we need in place, and more bonus money for people that are starting, which is what we really want to see.
It's like, there's going to be changes coming, and there's going to be like, we're all going to have another opportunity to learn, but we get to it's like we get to re-sign our application in this new, just like bathe in the joy of the changes. Like so much good stuff is going to come from it. So really notice how you're feeling about the changes and see if you can, it just like keep framing it with that excitement and possibility of what's to come.
Natalie's asking for the exact requirements of what they're going to do for us Express Track SC moving forward. I wouldn't worry about the details. They're going to announce all of those right away. Just fast track a VF, and then we'll be like, figure it out from there. They might say, well, you need one new DD as well. Like your other DDs are pretty from quite a while ago or whatever. But yeah, like the requirements will come out. I think they're going to play in the gray on this, and they're going to want people to be getting promotions and keep this momentum going. So
they're always in the business. Like just always think, our Juice Plus Canada is always in the business of motivation and never demotivation. So that's really what they're always trying to do with the decisions that they make.
Jayan is asking, is Q School back? I don't think they're going to be doing like SSC summits, Q summits, and even the NMD summit has changed quite a bit with us having to invest in our own flights and that kind of thing, because they want to be able to pour $500,000 or $600,000 into conference so that we have this incredible experience for the DDs, the VFs, the brand new reps, the people who haven't even signed up yet, because that's where the momentum really, truly comes from. So I think they've really tried to, it's on the step slide, Jayana. Okay, thank you for explaining. That's the US. We eliminated our Q School quite a long time ago, so that would be a US glitch on that slide for sure.
One thing someone's asking is, okay, so now we're kind of changing gear a little bit here, but coming up, there's a November regional in Edmonton, and Brittany's asking if on the Friday there's a Prevention Plus. There's a Prevention Plus on Friday by Dr. Ewald, and he is a chiropractor.
and he's extremely passionate about whole food as well. So he really, really does a good Prevention Plus. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So it's going to be one that you definitely, like, if you've got any guests, you had anyone that couldn't make it to conference, or anyone that has recruited a new rep since conference, you're going to want to use the November regional. You're going to want to use the November Prevention Plus and build into that for sure.
I feel like he has this really cool journey where he like biked across some states and was raising money for something. Like, he's a super heart-centered. He broke down and cried on the conference stage.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He's amazing. And then the regional will be on this Saturday.
Yeah.
1st and 2nd of November.
Okay, Michaela's asking, do we have any idea when the requirements will come out? It's my understanding that they're going to come out on October 22nd on this Zoom. Now, let me just see when Austin conference is, because I think that that's when it's going to be announced.
It is that weekend.
It's going to be the 22nd. So you get on this Zoom call, and they're going to show us the actual requirements for each of the levels and really talk to us of the nitty gritty of like what the Express Track SC requirements are, what the Super Builder changes to, like, is it all this year or does it include December still, like that kind of nitty gritty stuff. So
just keep doing what you're doing and keep, getting VFs and doing all the things that you normally do. Like, it's not nothing's changing right now.
Yeah. And then to wrap up the call, we just wanted to share with you guys, those of you who didn't attend conference or those of you who did, some of the pictures that were captured throughout the weekend and some of the things that we experienced in the audience. So starting with our Team Synergy breakfast, look at this picture, you guys. Can you see that? We had 230 people at this breakfast. It was incredible. The icebreaker really got down deep into their stuff, sharing about their fears and things that have been holding them back. And we had tears and hugs, and it was just like really, really powerful stuff. We got to hear from the people on our team that had been promoted to SSC as well as Super Builder, what they've been doing in their business, and they gave a speech. And it was just so, so cool to be able to network together as a group before we went into the whole conference. Yes, I will post these in Team Synergy after this call, okay? I'll upload them for you guys, and they will be there. But I just look at this picture. I can't believe what this team has grown into. And I know we have so many more people than this, but just to think that this is the amount of people that came to our breakfast is like, wow.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. Again, I got into that up onto the stage and I was just about ready to burst into tears. Okay. So the next picture that I thought would be nice to share would be the Canadian Super Builders. So this is the 7 Canadian Super Builders, and Team Synergy had 4 of them. Oh my gosh. I couldn't have been prouder. It's absolutely incredible. And they got some great recognition up there. They got to share 2 minutes worth of what they did to get to Super Builder. And it was really interesting to hear what they were sharing was all really similar. Didn't you think? It was well, I just made the decision, was what almost all of them said. I made the irreversible decision that this was happening. They either bought a dress or they put a screensaver on their phone or they told somebody that they were going to be. Zoran, the male SS or Super Builder, was I started just every morning waking up and being I am a Super Builder. I am a Super Builder. And he just started to believe it. And it just was an incredible kind of set because I saw the theme of everybody kind of saying the same thing. And then the activity followed of the events that they would do or whatever. Then our very own Lauren Lungo got up on stage and literally brought the whole place up to its feet. It was unbelievable what she did up there. She shared vulnerably her story, which we've always, a lot of us know Lauren's story, but the way that she shared about connection was really powerful. The 3 steps to be able to connect. We're going to have Lauren on a Momentum Monday call at some point, just talking about how she does connection. I don't know if she'll do the exact training, but to be able to learn those 3 steps of connection is really powerful because really just connecting without worrying of how it will build your business, and then it inadvertently builds your business and making those friendships. So that was really, really powerful and really cool. And then she played a video of our very own Susan Morton and her story of how Juice Plus has impacted her family. And I was bawling. And this is going to be a little bit vulgar language, but I'm sitting there. We're already so emotional from Lauren's presentation. Everyone's so raw. And then this video goes up. It was such a well done video by Team Synergy's very own virtual assistant, who, she did such a good job. Everybody thought it was produced by head office, but it was produced by our assistant. And twice from behind me as Susan's story is playing. I hear people go, fuck, they're like so emotional, trying to hold their tears in, like dropping the literal F-bomb behind us because they couldn't even believe like how raw this all was. But just really, really realizing the impacts and ripples you can make in the world by truly just trying to connect with people on a heart-to-heart level. That was what I took away from that. And then that night we had our very own Legacy Awards. And once again, Team Synergy just totally represented at those awards. I mean, some people didn't end up making into this picture, but this is almost all of them.
You know what's so cool? So we've been to many Eltons now down in the States, and it's amazing. It's like, because I mean, it's just the magnitude of it. There's so many, it's just a bigger scale down in the States. But something that I thought was really magical about the Legacy Awards was how they named all the awards that came. I mean, we're going to talk about them maybe in the next slide, but so you go to the Eltons and often it's 12 Club, 39 Club, then you get that recognition.
Rookie of the Year,
and which is amazing. It's all amazing. And then their big award is the Founders Award. And this is, that next level. And but you go home and maybe someone that's not in your business, and you would say a 12 Club Rookie of the Year award, and then people are like, okay, cool, what does that mean? You know what I mean? But with our Legacy Awards, let me see here's the slide. So like, again, look at these two. So Lindsay White won the Social Impact Award. Oh, hello. Someone unmuted.
Baby.
Alyssa won the Spotlight Award for all her, service and all that she does traveling the countryside. Sarah Klesko won the Customer Impact Award because of her exemplary customer care. Jordan won the Team Impact Award for all the amazing things that she's doing. I mean, so tears to watch Miles watch his beautiful wife walk across that stage. Like just looking at him, we were bawling because of the pride. It was just like shooting out of his eyeballs. And then our very own Michelle won the Community Impact Award. And again, just sobbing. Everyone knew it was going to happen before it even happened. And we were just like so beyond proud. But how cool are those names of the awards, So you leave and you're talking to someone and they say, oh, I seen you win an award. Oh yeah, I won the Community Impact Award or the Social Impact Award. That lands in a whole other way. Again, it's all in alignment with our Canadian vibration. And what we're really truly trying to do is impact communities. And so love it.
It's so funny because we didn't know the titles of the awards, and we kind of titled the theme of our Synergy Breakfast, Making an Impact. And that was sort of our theme.
Oh, yeah.
I know, just going into conference, and then all of these were like impact awards.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's so funny. And like Sandy said, everybody knew it was going to happen. I did not know it was going to happen. I honestly thought that somebody, especially for the Community Impact Award, that it would go to somebody who has been like founding our country's legacy, like has been around a lot longer than me. I was so caught off guard, and I literally had to stand up there for a minute and cry quietly to even get control of myself to say a single word. Like, it was so overwhelming. I had no I still have no words. I do remember what I said, and I said, if anyone knew the love that we shared in this community, we wouldn't be able to keep them away. Mm-hmm. And I love that came right out of my heart, because I wasn't expecting to win, so I had nothing prepared. I just absolutely, that's what I feel, you guys. Like, if I looked out at that room and all the people that have been through me, through all the ups and downs with me of like, being a single mom and going through divorce and finding my amazing husband and getting married and losing the kid's dad, and it's like those people in that room that really supported me through so much of it. And I'm like, God, these people are my family. Like, if people knew what we had, my God. So it's our job to just go out there and keep persistently sharing with people, because they don't know what we have. They are saying no to something that they don't even get. They're saying no to what they think this is. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing like what anybody would ever think. And I don't think there's another company out there that has what we have in terms of the love that we share.
And I think Canadian Conference sealed the deal on the courage that people walked away with the ability to transfer that. Like, I think we are walked away an army of like Care Bears ready to be unapologetic about what we got and ready to like recruit like our lives depended on it. Like the people we care about's lives depended on it, because they do.
Yeah, so with that, guys, we are going to,
We have one more final.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay.
So we revealed, for anyone that was at the Synergy breakfast, we released Sacred
a very
Space.
special promo price Sacred Space ticket, and it was open for about just over 24 hours. It went from Saturday morning to Sunday night, and we sold 102 tickets already. It's like absolutely crazy. But that pricing is over, and it will never be available again. It was very, very, very rock bottom pricing. We have the new link up and ready to go for anybody who couldn't quite afford it until payday or needs a couple of months to save up. This pricing is going to be available for all up until the end of December. And it's not the final price, but our new ticket price is $299. That includes all 4 meals that you get. It includes all of the speakers and all of everything that we're going to give you at Sacred Space, which is incredibly affordable. Like, I honestly, anytime you talk to anybody, like a lot of people do personal development that we're friends with, and they're always like, you guys charge $299 for 3 days of personal development? And I'm like, yeah, it's basically the cost of food that gets covered, and that's it. And they're just like, wow, that is such a cool way to give back. Like, and it truly is our way of giving back. And we love it. It's our heart project. We're out here at the Pomeroy Resort right now.
Scoping it out.
And just feeling the feels. Like, this is going to be, you guys know how Sacred Space is. If you've been, it's absolutely life-changing. This year is going to be no different. We have some incredible leads on speakers. We already have quite a few speakers booked. And yes, it will be at the Pomeroy. It's in the Kananaskis. It's June 5th to 7th. So the link for you, if you would like to go and get a ticket or share with your team, this is open to all team now, and all of your prospects, so friends and family that want to come to Sacred Space are welcome this year at the $299 price, and that will last until the end of December. So ask for a Christmas gift. Give it to your prospects to ask their family as a Christmas gift. It is a wonderful place to come and really just get to the next level. So the new link for Sacred Space tickets is Sacred Space 2020, all one word, Sacred Space 2020.eventbrite.ca. I'm going to type it in the side here.
We'll post it on Synergy as well. Yes, it's at the Pomeroy. Again, the Kananaskis one. That's going to be our Sacred Space place forever. And it's such a great resort. We keep walking around going, it's so great here. Like, everything is so good. The food's so good. The people are so good. It's just like, yeah.
So Paula's asking, do we have a flyer or something to promote it with? You can use the Eventbrite description to promote it with. So that's where all the information will be. And then also what I would use is our Sacred Space videos that we made. Just go into Synergy and search Sacred Space with the search bar, and you'll find the videos that our assistant made that kind of show the energy and the vibe of what the event is like. And those are going to be great promotional tools for us this year. So let's go out and sell another couple hundred tickets, you guys. Let's make this an absolute groundbreaking, showing people what we're about. We don't talk about business at all. There is nothing mentioned about Juice Plus. It is strictly personal development and completely wonderful for everybody in your lives.
And Michelle posted that we are opening it up to just friends and family only, not any other sideline teams or any other Juice Plus people, but for our own close friends and family, we will open it up for them.
Yeah,
which is a big thing.
Yeah, so yeah, go ahead and search for those videos if you want some help with promoting, and the link is there for you guys. So go ahead and write that down, sacredspace2020.eventbrite.ca. Tickets are live and ready to go all the way till the end of December, and then we're going to have another price increase for 2020.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.